We'll just briefly talk about what Turnitin is. It will be very brief. Then you're going to submit an assignment on behalf of a student. Then I will also give you some insights into the similarity report and the AI writing indicator. But the majority of today's workshop, hopefully about half an hour, will be spent on actual marking features. Obviously, I won't send you away empty-handed. I'll point you in the direction of some resources as well. All right, Turnitin, as you probably know, is a web-based assessment submission and feedback tool. So the students use it not only as a submission point, but they do use it to check how much of their text matches text in the database. The database is massive. We'll come back to that soon when we talk about the similarity report. It does have an evolving AI writing indicator tool, and I will also show you what changes are happening in August there. We will focus mostly on the marking platform. And one of the great benefits of Turnitin is that you can accept a huge variety of file types. So if your course coordinator wants them to submit a PDF, to limit the download size, or a PPT, or whatever the case may be for a presentation, then they can do that and the matching software will still work. Just a brief reminder that text matching in itself is perfectly acceptable. Of course, we're academics, so we need our students to be referencing the ideas, the theories, the work that has gone before. So of course, there will always be matching. We expect it. The problem is when they don't properly acknowledge, credit, or attribute their text to those previous authors. So sometimes students will merely miss the quotation marks. Sometimes their reference list will be complete, but they didn't do their in-text citation correctly. So it's your job as tutors to be able to see the match and then see whether the student has just forgotten to put the in-text citation, or they've got an erroneous or incomplete reference entry. And in these cases, it's not academic misconduct, but you use Turnitin to inform and educate and help them not make the same mistakes again. All right, here we go. Now you're going to submit an assignment. So you're going to go into your course. Then you're going to click on assessment. So try and stay with me now. Clicking into assessment. And can everyone please click into assessment 1, the critical film analysis. Can I get some thumbs up or happy faces that everyone's there with me? And Caddy, I just realized, not Caddy, Kyra, I just realized something about yours. What number did I give you, Kyra? I think it was 33. I'm just going to put the submission link in yours as well. Okay, thanks, Noah. Everybody else okay? Super, thanks, Casey. All right, I just need to put the submission link in Kyra's because I didn't intend to use that number 33, but now we are. Where is it? Turnitin 33. 29. Right, can everyone see the Turnitin link at the top there? I still haven't got it in yours, Kyra. Hang on. Oh gosh, can't find it. Goodness me, I might have to do it the old-fashioned way. That's right, I'll keep going for now. All right, so this is the Turnitin submission link. What I need you to do, it doesn't matter whether it's at the top of the screen or the bottom, just find it somewhere on that page, please. And I'm just going to check the chat as well. Yes, Kyra, you see it, okay? If you can skip into there. And sorry, Kyra, you don't have a Turnitin link yet, but I'm just going to build it for you. Okay, everybody else except for Kyra, you should be on this page now. Now, you will have 3 students listed, the studious student, number 1, 2, 3, or they're not numbered, sorry. And all I need you to do is press this button, submit on behalf of student. Now, normally you won't do this. We're just doing it for the purpose of the workshop. Prior to this workshop, you were sent some Word documents. Does everybody have those Word documents ready to go? Thanks, Casey. All right. Casey, Mahendra Raj, Yumna, can you please add to your student submission? So you'll click continue. Can you please put student A in there? And Nawa, Kyra, and Caddy, can you please put student B? So you'll find those documents. Admittedly, mine looks very different to yours here. Excuse me. And I can see there's something in the chat. Just give me a second. Oops, sorry. So in those resources, I gave you a student A and a student B, but please only put one of them in. So choose one of them, please. Click open. Choose one, open. All right. And you should see the file name here. And I'm sorry, Kyra, I'm still working on the other page. Now, this is exactly what the students see. Okay. I'm nearly there, Kyra. Sorry about this. Okay, Kyra, if you refresh, you will see a Turnitin link as well. All right, now nothing has been submitted yet. When the student clicks this, no problems to just watch. Okay, at this point, the student still hasn't submitted. There is no excuse for students to say, oh, I uploaded the wrong file. Oh, I didn't realize I only had 852 words when this is actually a 1,500 word assignment. You know, they can see the file size, they can see the word count, and they can even click through the pages here. All right. Now, can everybody else, except for Mahendra Raj, can you submit to Turnitin? I'm not going to because I don't want to skewer your results. So everyone press submit. And then this is exactly how the student did it. Now we are back to your view as a tutor with power to mark. Hopefully it has already submitted and you can see a colored button here with a percentage next to it. Is that right? Now, unfortunately, Nawa, you just go, I'll come back for Nawa. If you go to a
Sorry, Ruth, I think we just lost you. I'm not sure if...
Oh, whoopsie daisy. All right, I'm back. Sorry. How's that? Thank you, Casey. All right. So I'm just showing Nawa into assessment and then assessment number 1, the critical film analysis. And when you go in there, if you can't see your Turnitin submission link, just go all the way down to the bottom. It might be at the bottom. Okay? All right. Except for Nawa, everyone else should be here. Everybody okay? Great. All right. When you first come in, Now, this is an old snip. I'm sorry, yours will be a circle. But when you first come into the assignment inbox, you can see the color. So some of you will have red, some of you will have orange today, right? This is because yesterday I did this workshop as well. So unfortunately for you guys, being on the second day, a lot of your colleagues submitted these student A and student B documents yesterday. So a high percentage of matching has appeared in the system, which is absolutely what we need the system to do. All right. So the first indicator is the color and the percentage of how much text matches. Now, you can't always rely on that percentage or that color, because in this example, the submission on the left is plagiarized, because the first paragraph is an exact copy and paste with no attribution, no in-text citation, and no reference list entry. Oh, thanks, Kyra, for your understanding. All right, the one on the right is acceptable, even though it's a much higher percentage, because the student used the essay question at the top. That's perfectly acceptable. The student put an in-text citation without using EndNote. They just typed the citation. So, of course, that is matching. And some of these other matching instances are fine as well, because you can see the quotation marks. Okay? Oh, thanks, Caddy. I'll keep going for now. So in the similarity report, when you go into the feedback studio, notice I just clicked into the percentage score. So when you click into the percentage score, you will come to a separate screen like this. I'm just checking everyone's looking at my correct screen. Yes, you are. And the similarity report is the panel in red on the right. So this particular one has an 86% matching. If you come underneath one more, you'll see all the sources listed separately. Now, don't be alarmed, because, Kyra, and Caddy, I'm going to put you in my course as well, actually, because that way I can trust it. Don't be alarmed that this says 86% and say this one only says 3%. The text matching overlaps, because obviously other people have also used that text. In the new similarity report, you will be able to not show overlapping sources. But in this one, some of these overlap. So that's why you can have 86% and 25 and 18. It's not all going to add up to 100. All right, when you click into one, oh, I keep that jolly toolbar is all over the place today. It's driving me nuts. All right, when you click into one of them, and it's not behaving for me. All right, now it behaved. Can you see there is a book icon here in the pop-up? Right, the book icon, if you click on that, will reveal the original source. So you can investigate even further. So I'll just show you that again. If I go back to my 86, click into there, click on this book icon here, and then I can see the original one to see exactly what the student matched. Okay, other things you can do here. So that's the full list of all of the sources. The filtering is where you can exclude the quotes, exclude the reference list, and exclude small sources. For example, if you are in the School of Political Science and the students keep writing the President of the United Nations, and this is a 5-word collection of words that every student is writing and writing over and over again, you might want to exclude 5 words here to reduce the percentage score. Now, your course coordinator may choose to filter these out at the assignment settings level, but you can also do it while you're marking here. Okay, now because of time, I'm not going to spend any more time on the similarity report, except to say, oh, I need to move that toolbar again, except to say, if you notice anything that's suspicious, determine whether it's a moment of teaching for the student, especially if they're first years, or whether it is blatant academic misconduct. And then you will have to refer it to your academic integrity officer in your school. All right, a word about the AI writing indicator. Now, the AI writing indicator is developing. Let's be honest, it's not quite there yet, but it is getting better and better. I'm just going to switch my screen briefly to the new one that is coming in August. So I think even if you have marked extensively in Turnitin before, I can guarantee you this will be new information for you. This is what the similarity and the turning in indicator, writing indicator will look like next year. So we don't want you to use it yet, but we want you to start experimenting and becoming familiar with it this semester. So the similarity report will be up the top here in a tab. Is everyone okay? Everyone following that? And I'm happy to put that link in the chat for you as well. There we go. And you'll notice that the similarity report looks a little bit different now. All the sources listed individually are over here on the right. When you click into them, they will take you to the source and the original immediately. Okay, I'll just go back up. The match groups are 4 categories where the text matching is organized into red, not cited or quoted, orange, the system believes they're only missing quotation marks, that's all, or they're missing, the yellow ones missing the citation in text, or the green ones are, we believe that the student has correctly cited and quoted, you know, exemplify this student's work in tutorials to encourage everyone, reward students, etc. Now, the AI writing indicator is the reason I'm showing you this. It's now, not now, it will be in the future up here on the right tab. And you will be able to see the submission generation here. That 18% looks like an AI tool was used. Next year, you will also see a blue and a purple one, because next year they're developing it further to be also text that was paraphrased using an AI word spinner or paraphrasing tool. So I don't want to spend a lot of time there. It's coming in 2025 at the beginning. However, in August next month, you will be able to play around with it, and you'll see a tab that allows you to switch between the new view and the classic view. Okay? All right, back to my PowerPoint. Can you just have a look at that information that I'm sharing on the screen? And I'm just going to add Kyra and Caddy into my own Turnitin course, all right? I don't want them to miss out any further. And Caddy, sorry, let me just check your UQ username, Caddy. Can you tell me, or oh, thank you. Oh, there you are. All right. Because I have you as course number 16 already, but I'm going to add you to mine anyway, so you don't miss out anymore. Okay. Okay, have a go. I have success that you will be able to see mine with my name. That's for Caddy and Kyra. Okay. All right. Now, if you notice anything weird, either that you think was AI generated or was a clear case of academic misconduct, plagiarism, I'm sorry, please, before you escalate it, check if there is falsified data, if there are inaccuracies or made up references. So sometimes students will try to miscalculate things or deliberately put inaccuracies or made up information in their in-text citations and references to throw you off the scent. Sometimes they will also use the flags. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a flag example right here, but you know how, and you'll be able to see a red flag here and investigate this way. And that's where students, replace certain characters. So they might replace the font A with a Greek font A throughout the whole document to try to trick the software. But Turnitin is powerful enough now to recognize that and alarm you with that red flag. Okay, we are at 10:32, so that is good timing. Sorry if I'm going too fast. This is now where you guys get to practice your marking skills, and I really hope you learn a new feature to try. So we're going to do this in 5 sections. The first section is annotating, commenting, and making a comment bank. The second section will be marking with a rubric. Then we're going to look at the overall feedback summary area. And finally, talk about marking by groups. Can anyone just write in the chat yes or no? Do you have to mark by groups this semester? Thanks, Casey. Yesterday, I had 2 people in the workshop who have to. It's very common in the School of Business. Okay, so most people are saying no, so I won't spend a lot of time on the groups, but I'll show you where to do it definitely. All right, let's begin. The text entry is the blue one here, so that's what it's going to look like. The bubble comment is here, and this little icon shows you that you have used a bubble comment. The feedback summary, which is the overall area for feedback, is on the right here, and it has a text field and an audio area. So I'm going to go through these very carefully, including the quick marks, which you can access from the bubble, in the Turnitin assignment. So Cara and Caddy, seeing as you're in my course, that's fine, Caddy. Now that we're marking, you can just jump into mine and into one that's already submitted, okay? I'm going to go back and choose a different link, I think, because I'm just worried now I've got workshop participants in my workshop. So can you click now into the submission link that you already did? So I'm going to put a new one in quickly, just so Caddy and Kyra can feel free to do what they want in my course. All right, so 52%, we won't go in there. We've already discussed how to interpret the similarity report. All right, so now I come into...
Sorry, Ruth, we just lost you again, just muted.
You know, that's because that jolly toolbar keeps floating like it's got a demon in it or something. And then sometimes when I click on the page, I accidentally click on mute. Sorry, keep telling me. All right. All right. Now, I want you, the first one is the text comment. Just click anywhere on the screen. One click on your mouse and then choose the T. So don't highlight. Don't try to connect to student text. Just click anywhere once and then click on the T. Just reading, Caddy, can you please put another essay? Sure. All right, so everyone's clicked in, hopefully. Now, can you hear my computer? Now it's doing, oh my gosh. I don't know how to get that off, sorry. Do you mind
It's
if I
not very
leave it?
loud on our end.
That's terrible. Oh, has it stopped? Oh, thank God. All
I
right.
can't hear it anymore.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, Caddy, I've put another one in there. All right, let me get quickly back to my feedback studio. Okay, so I clicked once, I click on the T, and you're free to write. Excellent, excellent source. All right. So just quickly take a few moments, practice doing this, and then also practice moving it about. If once you see that four-headed arrow, you can move it to wherever you want. Okay? All right. You can also click and then choose the middle one, the bubble comment. Now, the bubble comment will open up more options for you. So that's why we encourage you to use the text comment for really short, sort of micro level feedback on particular parts of the text. The bubble comment you can do a lot more with. So good use of the literature here. Ignore my spelling because I'm rushing. However, be careful not to overuse this source, okay? Blah, 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 blah. You can also put a link. So I've highlighted some text. I'm putting a link now, which is not behaving. There it is. I will just take that link of the feedback studio and I'm going to put it in there. Click OK, and now students have a hyperlink as well. If you're marking with a rubric, you can also click on this button and say, choose which rubric descriptor you're referring to for this one. So now it says evidence at the top. And you can also convert this one to a quick mark. Now, I'll come to quick marks in a minute. So quick mark is a comment in a comment bank. So click anywhere to reveal the text or the bubble. Now it's different if you highlight. Highlight text and you get quick marks bubble and strike through. So you might then choose to text here, redundant text. with the strike through. The only other thing I want to say about writing on the student submission is it can get very messy. So please use these features to move things around, especially for the bubble comment. If I'll just go down a little bit. If I do all of this here, make a bubble comment, too much repetition from the previous paragraph. Each paragraph should contain its own distinct argument. All right, something like this. You can move this wherever you want. And you will end up using that because you end up with too many comments. All right. Okay, that was the annotation, the text comment, the bubble comment. Now we're going to talk about quick marks. The quick marks area is over here on the right. Can I just check the chat again? Oh, super. Yeah. All right. The quick marks area, please click on that one. Now, your course coordinator can send you a .qms file. I'm just writing that file extension in the chat. If you're teaching, your main instructor, lecturer sends you a .qms file, don't open it. What you do is you go into Turnitin and you import it in the quick marks area. So just quickly save it to your desktop. Click on this button here. Click on the cog here. And then import the .qms file here. Everybody okay? Okay, now let me teach you the value of quick marks. Can you see these ones that have a pen next to them are ones that I have created, and therefore I have the power to edit them and export them. Very quickly, it looks like some of you are struggling to see that. I'll make it bigger. Very quickly, there are 3 columns. The left one shows you the set of comments. The middle one shows you the comments that are in that set. And then the right-hand column shows you the detail that the students will see. So I'll just jump out of here. I'll go back to the student paper, and I'm going to highlight some text again. Click on the left icon, the quick mark icon, and choose one of them. You got it? Highlight again. Click on the left icon, the quick mark icon, choose one of them. And that's it. So if you find yourself repeating yourself over and over with comments like inaccurate referencing, consult APA 7th from the library. If you find yourself doing that over and over again, I strongly suggest the first time you write it or after 2 or 3 times, blah, 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 convert it to a quick mark. So you can build your own quick mark set on the fly as you're marking. Or you can use the one that your course coordinator has designed, maybe with a team of tutors, and you import it from the QMS file. So that was a very brief overview of quick marks. Now we're going to talk about the overall feedback area on the right. Oh, I'm sorry, this one. Yeah. All right. So that was the quick marks. Actually, I'm just going to get my annotator. Okay, this one is quick marks. This one is the rubric. We'll come to that in a second. And the UQ purple one is the feedback summary. So everyone go ahead and click on that one, please. And what do you see on the right? You see a text field and you see an audio recording option. Keep this feedback fairly generic and very positive. This is possibly where your students' eyes will gravitate to immediately when they come in. Now, of course, don't beat about the bush if their submission is absolute crap. You know, you still have to be honest, but then always give actionable suggestions as well. Okay, but this is overall. Your essay had some very good points. Please take the time to read all of my annotations. Ignore my spelling while I'm typing really fast and review the, and attend the tutorial to go through the feedback or blah, 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 blah. Okay? All the best in your future studies. All right? Now, I'm going to show you a research paper very soon, which tells you that students are 10 times as likely to listen to the voice comment. So you hit record. This was an excellent paper. It's obvious to me that you read all the instructions clearly and you listened to your tutor's advice. I was so happy that you wrapped it up well in the summary and then referred back to the introduction in a cyclical manner. I'm really happy with this result. Stop recording and then hit the save button. Okay, now you can only, it's a single take. You can do it as many times as you want, but you cannot edit it. And it's up to 3 minutes. All right, I'm going to jump back to this part now to talk seriously about, you know, being a marker. Use the text functionality for short feedback at the micro level. So when you annotate on the student's paper, it should refer to that micro piece of text or introduction or paragraph, whatever. Use the bubble comment for more detailed feedback because you have more space to write. You can move the bubble to the margin and they can expand it to reveal links. You can format in the bubble comment as well. Please keep your tone helpful and feed forward with actionable suggestions. So, as I said, even if their submission is nonsensical or they're just really a low-performing student, give them specific points to action and improve. And finally, about the audio feedback, and I've got this reference list in the PowerPoint, yeah, students are 10 times more likely to listen to your voice than your all your annotations. Now, having said that, I had a tutor ask me yesterday that they wouldn't want to be identified necessarily, you know, because the student will hear the voice. So this is completely optional. You don't have to do it. But if your comments are always referring back to the criteria and the performance levels, I don't see how a student could complain. And of course, their complaint would be dismissed anyway, because you have met all your expectations as a marker. But look, honestly, it's totally optional. And there are the readings there. And so I'll include them in the follow-up email. Okay, group assignments. When you have a group, the groups will sync up here in the Turnitin field here. So can everyone just find that, please? So in the assignment inbox. All right. So your students should have the clear instructions to only, like, sort of appoint someone in the group to only submit the one submission to Turnitin. You will mark that student's paper and then, oh, sorry, I'll come back to my PowerPoint. So you will mark it in Turnitin, but then it will be, I don't know, yours or the course coordinator's responsibility. You're all from different schools and different courses, so I don't know. But someone will have to enter the same mark in the grade center column for the other group members. The marks will be released to students on the feedback release date. Now, I'll just explain the feedback release date. When a course coordinator seeks our advice to help them set up the Turnitin assignment, we always suggest putting the feedback release date as late as possible in the semester. Now, notice these first two dates here are grey. They cannot be changed here. They can be changed in Blackboard, but not here. The feedback release date, however, can be edited whenever the course coordinator wants. So once all you lovely markers have finished your marking, you can say, yes, all done, or maybe there's a time allowed for moderation, and then, yes, it's done. The course coordinator may choose to make this date earlier so that students can see their results and their Turnitin feedback. Okay? So that's what we mean by the feedback release date. This is the tricky part here. The student who submitted the assignment, oh my gosh, this blooming thing. There's certainly some weird things happening today. All right. The student who submitted the assignment is then responsible for distributing the feedback to the other group members. Now, we don't get involved with that setup. It's really, tutors have the best access and, you have smaller cohorts so you can explain what to do, whether the student has a group session with their group, whether the student saves snips of all the feedback in Turnitin and shares it with their group members, that's up to them. So it is a bit tricky, and we keep asking the Turnitin vendor to improve this functionality because it's not good enough yet for the group assignment. But that's the workflow anyway. Any questions about that? All right, and I've just realized, because I was thinking, gosh, I'm ahead of time. And I just realized why, because we didn't do the rubric. So I'm going to go back into the assignment inbox, and we're going to click into one of the students' submissions. Okay, I'll just wait for someone to give me a happy face or a thumbs up that you're ready to roll again. Let's look at the rubric in the last 5 minutes. All right, so remember the similarity report is the red area. In the old similarity report, the AI writing indicator is down here, but remember I showed it to you on the new look one, which is coming. The feedback area is the blue part at the top. You've got the quick marks. You've got the overall feedback, and this one is the rubric. So can everyone click on the rubric? Now, just as I shared a file extension type for the quick marks, I'm now going to put in the chat the file extension type for the rubric. The rubric belongs to the user only. So I'm sorry, tutors, unless you're a course coordinator, you probably will not have the power to create the rubric. You will most likely be sent this file, the .rbc file, and you'll have to import the rubric, all right? And then the rubric will already be attached to the assignment. You can either mark by using the sliders here, and depending on which one you're marking, you can simply read the performance levels here underneath. You can see you can make that smaller and bigger. So I'm going to go up to understanding, and you can see it changed. Because Turnitin does not allow percentage ranges like Blackboard, don't be afraid of marking slightly under if you're concerned. Oh, I don't know if they're a 5+ or a 6-. You know, when you're thinking like this, don't be afraid to give them a 5. And then what you do, I'm going to apply this one to grade. So this one only got 30 out of 40. Now imagine 31 is the cutoff for the 6. Just imagine. You can then come up here and change it to 31. So don't think, oh, this not having the ranges within the levels is too limiting. You've got a bit of a play around here. And also in Blackboard, you can give them a slightly higher score after moderation if you wish. The other way to use the rubric is this full-size rubric. So can you see I clicked on the 4-headed arrow, and this revealed the rubric in a full window like this. Oops, sorry. So if the rubric has disappeared somewhere, don't worry. It's just because it opens in a new window. And you can just click into the boxes like so. Apply to grade. And you can see the background went grey because I applied to grade again. So it's overwriting. Close. And something's not happy. So you can see an error there because I tried to overwrite it. So the course coordinator in this case may have something in the setting that limits you from doing this. Or in my case here, there's some sort of internal system error. So I'm going to have to exit that one. Just close that one as well. All right, so I'll just jump in again one more time, and then we're just about finished. So the rubric's here. I can use the slider and the information at the bottom to help me, or I can open the full screen and use the boxes just to click around. Okay. All right. As I said, this is a rapid fire workshop, so I'll stop there. In the follow-up email that you'll get the links to all of our very detailed guides. They are very thorough. So, you know, be methodical if you have to consult one of them or get back in touch with us. We also offer consultations and workshops, but we are happy also to do a custom workshop. So for cohorts of students that are, you know, 200, 500 and even higher, where there might be 20 tutors, you may ask your course coordinator to request a custom workshop where one of us will come to your school and, you know, do a bit of a hands-on workshop, and it'll be more bespoke then to your particular assessment.